Total vibration. You're in tune to the only brainwashing station, Galaxy Radio. I want to rise up Elder Irikuti for take you to the temple of Know Thyself. As we said, power is the ability to define one's own reality. And if we continue to take ideas from others, then we are going to be in serious trouble, because it's full time we start to generate certain vibes from ourselves. And you know, we have a brother here with us. I'm telling you, a champion, you know. And, you know, he's not a stranger.
No, sir.
You know, because we are not stranger, you know. I want to rise up, you know, Dr. Umar Johnson to the family. Rise up. Good morning, Virgin.
Glad to be back. Such an honor to be back on Galaxy. It's been about 8 months, but it's been a blessing. Glad to be back in the studio with my brothers representing Free Africa Movement. We got Brother Amin, Brother Pharaoh, Brother Iris, okay, just a few of the youth, and they were responsible for organizing this trip for me here this time. So it was the youth who actually stood up and helped pave the way for Dr. Umar to come back to the UK. So I'm thankful for them. We was at Venture Center and also over at the Tabernacle. Friday night, the Tabernacle. Saturday, the Venture Center. Standing room only. Brothers and sisters came out. A lot of new faces, which is good. A lot of new faces. So it's just been blessed. I always get love when I come to the UK. This was my 4th visit. You know, I'm sure it's not my last. Okay, I'm also looking at planning a trip to Africa next summer. I want to send a plane from the UK, plane from the States, plane from the Caribbean, plane from Canada, so we can all have a Pan-African conference like we used to do way back in the day, and plot our situation up out of our oppression, economically and politically. So we're looking at July 2014 for that. And then we also, I threw the idea out to the brothers here, but I want to do a global Pan-African consciousness tour. Where we take certain brothers and sisters from around the world, and then we go around the world collectively in oneness, from Africa, from Canada, from the UK, and we all speaking one after the next with the same message.
True reparation.
True reparation. Yes, sir.
Seriously.
Yes, all's been well. All's been well. Going to Haiti for the first time, August 16th to the 22nd. Looking forward to that. Got invited to be the keynote speaker at the Marcus Garvey celebration in Kingston, Jamaica. I declined it because I'd already committed to Haiti. But now I'm wishing I would have told Haiti to just back the days up. So I kind of moved too fast on that. But next year for sure. You know, I'm going to be there. If I don't, and then I was invited to Jamaica again for African Liberation Day, May 25th, but I was already committed somewhere else. They got me at the last minute. Priest Dougie and Rosh Jabalani. Shout out to the Bobo Shanti in South Florida. So that's 2 I missed, but I'm going to get back to Jamaica soon for sure.
Well, as I said, it's good to see the eye here in the UK,
Bless.
you know, and you know, if you could tell the people your mission here and the works that you're
doing. Oh, yes, indeed. To spread the good gospel of Garveyism, to push Pan-Africanism, to help us fight and organize ourselves on an international level so that we can solve our own problems politically and economically. As Mr. Garvey said, the race can only be solved through a solid economic program. We have the economic power, but it's not organized, and we have to organize it. There's no reason why our economies, wherever we live, are being dominated by aliens to our race. We should be dominating our own community. And, of course, my major goal, one of them, is to build that international Pan-African school district for our children. I'm still working on that. I got lawyers working on that right now. And so God willing, next time I come to the UK, I'll be able to solicit funds and folks will be able to write that check and help us get that school built. A lot of folks here say we need one here too. So as I said last time I was here, you know, I'm still looking at building 2 at one time, one in the States and then one here, and then spreading them around the world, because the only way we're going to fix this is to recondition African people psychologically. You got to change the consciousness. You got to engineer a whole new psyche. The level of consciousness that started the problem is not going to be the level of consciousness that solves that problem. So we have to engineer a new psyche of Africans. And so it starts with the education. We got to raise a whole new generation of Africans up in revolutionary fashion so they can then implement the programs that we need. The mind of the African now is somewhat infected with that Willie Lynch chip. We got that post-traumatic slavery disorder. That consciousness can't fix it because it's likely to self-destruct at any moment. You never know when that Willie Lynch chip is going to activate. So we got to raise a whole generation of African children who ain't got no Willie Lynch chip so they can carry out the program. And that's why the school is so important.
It's very important in this time, you know, because as I said, I directly support young people out there. I'm a great investor in young people because I find that the most problem that I have is with my own peer group that is telling me that I'm old-fashioned. You see, what I see amongst us as a people, we have some big people out there, but them have a child mentality. Anytime you have bickering, you allow children. Children can develop that little bickering and eavesdropping and say. But when you hear adults with it, you know that mind have developed. And I'm telling you, the behavior, if you go out there and you see youth that is behaving bad, it's some adult you pick it up from.
Yes,
that's right.
You understand? And this is what we are not faced in. The media come and say that the youth is bad and we jump on it.
Yes.
Because I realize that adult is the biggest coward.
Yes.
Yeah, they become such a coward that it become like a style, a fashion. It's a new culture over here to be coward, and it's cool.
Exactly, which is why I think that with our organizational efforts, we need to focus as much as possible on getting to the youth.
Yeah.
Because I think too much of our energy is spent trying to change the minds of Africans over 40 years old. You can't change that consciousness. You got to get to Africans under 40, under 30, under 20. Get them. Those are the ones that's going to carry this out, not the elders. The elders are there for the wisdom, for the consciousness. Even brothers and sisters my age, they already got that chip. They got that education in there. You're not going to change that. Stop fighting that and bring up the youth. Because while you're focusing on them, the young are becoming them. Forget them. Focus on the babies. So 18 to 38, that's my target audience. The prisons, 18 to 38. The gangs, 18 to 38. The corner boys, 18 to 38, because everybody's talking about the corner boys. And although their energy might be directed in a negative means, they got the courage to stand away from the crowd. That's what you need. That's the revolutionary energy. It just has to be re-engineered and refocused. But those are the raw fruit that we need to build that great and mighty tree of revolution.
Yeah, man. Elder.
Greetings, Dr. Omar.
Good to see you, Elder.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, man. It's been 8 months, you said, you know. A lot of things has happened since 8 months. You know, the situation, we're talking about the youths. And what's coming to my mind when you're talking is that the youths, really, which are our future, our future is being attacked outside there on the streets. I mean, in Florida, the situation is happening down there. And then another brother, a 13-year-old, who got a 78-year-old shot him and kill him.
Oh, okay. You talking about Trayvon still?
No, there's a brother in America.
In America,
he went into was accused of going to someone's house. He put his hands up, and some cracker shot him.
No. What happened? He went to him and his mother live in the house, and he went next door, came out to empty the dustbin.
Okay.
Right. When he came out to empty it, his mother was behind him, and the cracker next door automatically turned on and accused him. Said, "Oh, you've been in my house to rob my guns." And the youth put up his hand and, "No, what are you talking about, Mom?" 13-year-old youth, and he's the 76-year-old man.
When was this?
Cracker
This
shot
happened
him
this week or last week.
I didn't even hear about it.
Yeah, it's the guy's being charged.
But I'm going to tell you, you're going to see more of that.
Yes.
Why? Because the Trayvon case is the first significant stand your ground case. It sets the precedent. Because under the stand your ground law, you don't have to prove that your life was in jeopardy or in imminent danger. You just have to prove that you felt it was. It's purely emotional, purely reactionary, purely psychological. Now, looking at the stereotypes that Europeans have of us, what white person cannot claim that their life was in jeopardy by a black person because of the myth of the dangerous black male? So what that says is any white person can kill a black person at any time and say, well, I thought he was going to harm me because that's what they do. So they've created a whole set of circumstances where any black man's life, in America at least, can be taken at any second by a white person just because I felt my life was in danger. And see, in the Zimmerman situation, it gets even deeper because he got out of his car. He was told to stay in his car. He got out the car and pursued Trayvon.